Tonight is about to vote on the Wall Street bailout. Senator Richard Shelby is one of the staunchest opponents of this it was $700 billion, now it's $850 billion in bailout. Senator Shelby is the ranking Republican on the Senate Banking Committee, former chairman of the committee, and joins us tonight from Capitol Hill. Senator, great to have you with us.
Thank you, Lou.
This bailout, they've effectively added $150 billion to what was $700 billion and rejected by the House Monday. What's going on?
Well, they're trying to throw a lot of sweeteners, they call it legislatively, in to try to get a number of the House members to change their votes. And there's always a price to pay, as you just added up some numbers there. This bill was flawed from the beginning. The premise is flawed. And when it came out, and it's flawed today, and they've added on more things to just exacerbate it.
Well, now, Senator Harry Reid today called for bipartisan support. He said there are a few people in the House who'd rather we did this some other way. We've tried other ways. I say to my friends in the House, we've got to get this done. He's already decided it's a done deal in the Senate, and I wasn't aware that they had tried any other way. In point of fact, this is a bailout of Wall Street. You have your colleague, Senator John McCain, saying we ought to call it a rescue, that'd be more palatable. Why isn't anybody being intellectually honest about the fact no one knows what the result of this will be other than to run up a huge price tag on the American public and bail out some institutions that perhaps aren't entirely deserving?
Lou, you're absolutely right. You know, last week I even brought up with the president that I had nearly 200 of the leading economists in this country said, let's slow down. Let's look at it a different way we can do this. But no one would listen. No one listened to me. No one listened. You know, they were going to do the deal. The critical mass has happened. You're going to see a lot of Republican senators and a lot of Democratic senators vote for this package. An unprecedented, disaster for the taxpayer.
And is it your judgment at this point that it will be passed tonight?
Well, I hear that they've got the votes, the proponents, both sides, that, you can justify anything, but at the end of the day, this won't work, and if it does work, it'll be temporary in nature, and then we'll be back at the drawing board. People are going to start looking to be bailed out by the taxpayer. This is an uncharted path. We've never been down before to this extent. We went down it a little bit with Chrysler. I voted against that in 1979-80. I thought it was wrong. Now Chrysler, General Motors, everybody wants to get more money from the taxpayer.
The taxpayer is going to be on the hook for this. Some of the same taxpayers who, by the way, are having their homes foreclosed will be asked to support through their taxes a bailout of the institutions that are repossessing their homes. I mean, this is an irony that it's not funny. It's not ironic. It is tragic. And the idea that both candidates for president, both Senator McCain and Senator Obama, support this. You've been in Washington for a while. How in the world are the American people to react to two people who would be president of the country taking that position tonight?
Well, it's baffling to me, that either Senator Obama or Senator McCain would just buy this from an administration that won't even be in power in 4 months, from a secretary who won't be there. Will have more power for the next few months if this goes into law than any president's probably ever had.
Well, for crying out loud, Senator McCain today said he admired Secretary Paulson. I guess, I don't know what to make of him.
Well, Secretary Paulson is a good, I've worked with him for several years now. I knew him when he was head of Goldman Sachs. I can tell you he's smart and he's a deal maker, but this is a bad deal for the taxpayer.
All right. Richard Shelby, Senator Shelby, we thank you for being here, and good luck to the country tonight.
Thank you.
Senator Shelby, coming to us from Capitol Hill, where the vote in the Senate is expected at literally any moment now. Up next, the controversy over the author of a new